Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Guess what, guys? I am standing up. None of you care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. First day in 8 years with a stand-up. Look at this. I can spin around. I guess I could spin around always. By the way, big shout out to Judo Sloth. Judo Sloth Gaming, one of my favorite Clash of Clans content creators, sent me this hoodie. What do you guys think of the no chair background? Again, none of you care. Either way, guys, what you should care about is we have the #1 player in the world right now on the channel. It is Angel. Angel is a Ukrainian pro player, aka Krasik. He shares a few of his thoughts on, like, you know, what it's like for him, life as well, which I will share with you guys towards the end of today's video. But this is the deck that he's using. He actually uses 2 decks, right? He uses Archer Queen Expo, and then he uses this one. Electro Giant with the Valkyrie. I mean, that's a very, very strong offensive combination. Well, Electro Giant and anything, right? Especially NATO. But on the defense, between the Valkyrie and the Bomber and the Tesla, we can really stop anything with this deck. Then we have the faster cycle cards as well, too. So a very well-rounded deck, and we got the big fella, the Rocket, too. My only max cards in this deck are E-Giant and Valkyrie. I am going to be playing this deck in the video as well. I'm going to alternate replays and me playing. But let's go ahead and start with a replay, right? Let me show you. This is the Expo deck, in case you guys were curious. I will try to include both deck links. So again, he pushed to #1 using both of these decks. So very kind of cool, kind of a yin and a yang thing going on, right? He's got the beatdown, then he's got the Expo. 2 kind of polar opposites. You put them together. So I want to go ahead and show you. We'll start with, this is an interesting matchup, huh? Let's watch this one. Let's start with this one. This is actually the only one I haven't pre-watched, so I'm going to be watching it for the first time with you guys. We're watching from the vantage point of the opponent, Chris the God from Skills Clan. Angel, obviously, at the top here. Kind of a weird starting hand. Look at it. He's got the Tesla. He's got the NATO. He's got the Rocket, E-Giant. He goes with a Tesla high as his first play. Interesting first play there. Interesting that he put the Tesla that high like that. And then he's giving the chicken. He's giving the chicken. So I wonder what he's building up here. So a little BM coming down from my man Angel. So he's going same lane as a witch. He's got to like that. We're going to have to deal with that annoying Goblin Hut in the opposite lane. I hate Goblin Hut, man. I hate it more than Furnace. I hate it more than Barb Hut. I hate it more than Tombstone. For me, Goblin Hut. That's my worst spawner. But I imagine most of you guys would probably say Furnace, right? Furnace seems to get the most hate overall. Anyway, guys, here we go. Dismantling that Goblin Hut is the E-Giant. And then in kind of an awkward, had to use or maybe didn't have to use. What do you guys think? Did Chris have to use that ability there? He does choose to use a special ability nonetheless. And Valkyrie and the Bomber are going to be able to do a really, really good job cleaning up here. The opponent immediately goes in with the Bowler and the Graveyard. We're going to try to tower trade in this situation. It looks like we do have Log actually selected here. Log does come down. We want to be able to, like, basically stop the bleeding, mitigate the damage onto our King Tower. So a true tower trade situation here. Starting out with this contest halfway through right now. 27 seconds left on the clock here in single elixir time. So here we go. E-Giant still alive, getting a little bit of damage on the tower. More heyday, chicken. What does that emote mean to you guys? Does it mean choking? Does it mean just, you know, what does it mean to you guys? To me, that's kind of what it means. Like you're going to choke. But I don't know if that's what it means to you guys. Anyway, here we go. Big E-Giant push. He's pretty aggressive with the E-Giant. Rocket comes down as well. That's going to basically erase everything for the most part. Talk about rocket value there. And again, the prowess of that E-Giant kind of AoE effect. Really just killing everything there, right? The tower's down to 1917. We have the defensive Tesla all set up there on our side of the arena. Now we're setting up for a defense here with the Bomber, Tesla, and then going in again aggressively with the E-Giant after we kind of have our setup, done on the board on the defensive side. And again, the opponent, I mean, what can they do here, right? What can they do? They're dropping everything they have against that E-Giant, and this is the frustrating part about the Electro Giant, at least in my opinion, playing against it here. You can't do much. Rocket comes down and ends the game. So that match, if anything, was it the most impressive match in the world? No, but it really illustrates how annoying the E-Giant can be for your opponent. What I want to do is find an opponent that actually had a building, because buildings can be what Electro Giant players struggle with, right? That's why we have the Rocket. We can really kind of pull almost an Expo, and this makes sense why he's a good Expo player. With this deck, we can kind of hunker down on the defensive side of the arena and just defend and rocket cycle if we want to, right? But sometimes you're going to have to use your Electro Giant to defend as well. Let's go ahead and jump into a match and see how we fare with the deck. I have not played this deck yet, but let's see what we do. So Crow, what's up, Crow? Or is that what the emote's doing? Crowing? All right, so I have a little bit more of a flexibility on my starting hand. I'm going to go with the Electro Giant into the Executioner. They allocated 5 elixir, a lot of elixir with that first play, so I feel like I can go in with a lot of elixir on my side of the arena as well. Let's see if we can get some bomber value here. Yeah, nice. So I decided to keep the bomber to help out against that Electrocutioner, bro? Executioner, Ash. Come on, man. So this is cool. I think I can just rocket down that wizard, right? Might as well. Rocket the wizard. Get some damage. I still have plenty of elixir to defend. Let's see what he wants to do to me. Next move is yours, Crow from Indonesia. We'll go Valkyrie in the back here. He's got a giant deck. Okay. We're going to set up with the Tesla. We're going to see what he has here. Executioner, he could have rocket. Definitely has NATO, you'd assume. One would assume. And we're going to let that all go. Going to log. Just going to set up the bomber here. I am going to put a Valkyrie over here. And we should be fine. Minion does get on the tower. Probably could have been a little bit wiser in my Valkyrie positioning. I was a little bit scared he would drop that NATO and kind of line up my my Valkyrie onto the tower. But he does creep back into the damage advantage here, guys. 20 seconds or so left in single elixir time. Let's see what he decides to do. We're going to go ahead and go with Electro Giant in the back here. Only 10 seconds and change left. If he hits me opposite lane, I'm just going to go with a Tesla. No, he decides to go same lane with the Giant in the back. I actually feel pretty good about the situation. I want to save elixir for my rocket here and NATO. But first, going to go skeletons. Going to go with the rocket. Tesla. I could be aggressive and NATO into the Electro Giant. Don't feel like it's the right move. We'll see if it ends up costing me. Does have Goblin Barrel in hand. I'm not sure if he intends to use it here, but we are going to drop that bomber, just in case, right? He does decide to fireball, so we're going to go really aggressive here. He has Skarmy in hand. He has Cannon in hand. I'm going to go Skeletons in back as well. Oh my god, he used the Skarmy on the Valkyrie. Well, well, well. I don't know, I'm just going to log cycle here. There's not any time really left for him to do anything. We'll give him the good game, and we'll give him the Inferno Tower. I don't know. Am I a pro player? Was that amazing gameplay? One could certainly debate that, but either way, we walked away with a victory. All right, I want to show this next replay to you guys, and I also want to share the thoughts of Krasic. All right, so let me go ahead and put this one on against 2.6 Hog Cycle, because with every deck we play, we need to know how to handle the Hog Cycle, right, guys? All right, so again, watching from, okay, the opponent's perspective yet again, it's Cha-Cha. He's been on the channel before. I want to get him on again. Do you guys want to see Cha-Cha play some Hog Rider again, guys? He's like new on the scene. Not new, I'm sure he's been around playing the game for a while, but in terms of the best players, top of ladder with 2.6, you know, we're seeing a lot of Cha-Cha lately. So let me know if you want to get me to get him back on the channel. All right, so here's the deal. Krasic, aka Angel, says he lives in his city's relatively safe right now, so he's, for right now, in an okay situation, right? Obviously, his heart goes out to his countrymen. He says, I don't want to get, and by the way, just a quick disclaimer here, guys. Talked about this a few times before here. We support everybody who needs it in the world, right? We raised over $50,000 last year for everybody from Syrian refugees over the last, actually, almost decade. We've been doing that. For Malaysia and Africa, for malaria in African regions. And, you know, I feel like anytime there's a disaster worldwide, we always try to support people. So I've been seeing a few people in the Twitter comments stuff being like, Ash, why are you supporting and making a big deal about the Ukrainians? Well, first of all, geopolitically, it's something that we haven't seen since World War II. The refugee crisis, in terms of this many people in this short of time, 2 million plus in this short a period of time, 2 weeks or whatever, is unheard of. And lastly, it's never okay and it's never acceptable, no matter who you are, no matter what color your skin is, no matter where you live in the world, to have innocent people dying, children especially, but anybody, obviously. So with all that said, my heart goes out to the people of Ukraine. Love you guys. If there's anything I can do for you, I'm here, right? That goes for everybody out there, right? So anyway, with all that said, here's the message. I say all that preamble because it does get, and I want all you guys to respect each other in the comments. If you don't, you're going to be banned from the channel for life. You probably don't care, but you will be banned. It's a pity that ordinary people have to suffer here. For example, more than 80% of the people who are not for the actions of their authorities located in Russia or Belarus that I speak to, this is, by the way, Krasic, Angel, our pro here, #1 player, not me. Almost 80% of the people I speak to from Russia or Belarus are very, very against this. It's, and CR blocks them who are not involved in the war in any way. So Clash Royale are banning all Russian and Belarusian players, in case you guys missed it, right? Ukrainians are also very, very sorry because innocent people are dying here. And those who do not fight are hiding in the subway, listening to sirens, listening to explosions. That's the end of his statement. I'll go on to say from the people that I've spoken to, a lot of my colleagues, a lot of people that I work with at the other developer on my other channel from Plarium are there in Kharkiv. And it's just mentally on top of everything else they have to deal with is pretty insane. I mean, they're on their phone 24/7 looking for air raids and sirens and updates and everything else. That's if they even have electricity, depending on where they're located. So obviously it's tragic. So I will be making a donation, obviously not just in honor of my guest, certainly, but just because it's the right thing to do if we can afford to do so to help people in need. So we'll make a donation to the charity that Supercell is actually matching our donations dollar for dollar up to $1 million, I think, euros or pounds or dollars. So I will be making a donation for this video. I encourage you guys to go ahead and make the same if you can afford to do so. I'll have a link to that donation and that link, to that charity event in the description below. Much love to all you guys who are doing your part, doing what you can to, to help others, obviously. Never okay, no matter who you are, like I said, never okay for anything like this to happen, for a couple evil people in the world to bring in incredible suffering to others, right? So again, Rocket Cycle, as I told you guys, no easy transition, by the way, guys, and probably an awful one now that I think of it. But that's what won it from him. And you can even see, it looks like Angel actually visited a Russian clan, I think, probably to convey that message. That, like, I don't think, he obviously sharing his opinion does not think that it's effective to ban Russian people. Obviously, I'm not here to, frankly, I tweeted about it. If you guys want to, join the conversation, be respectful again. That's the best thing about my audience, bar none, 100%. Is that you guys are, I feel really special. I don't even know what I did to deserve you guys. But for the most part, there's a few crazy people, obviously, right? A few crazy people anywhere. But for the most part, you guys on my Twitter, in the comments, just incredibly, even if people don't share the same opinion as you, you're like willing to talk to people, right? And like, that's what, if there's anything in this world nowadays that is missing, it's people actually talking to each other, not through each other, right? People actually engaging in civil dialogue with people who may not think exactly the same way they do, right? So to me, that's the #1 thing that we need more of in this world on all accounts everywhere, right? I really don't care for people who are dogmatic, in any way, right? People who don't consider other alternatives. Oh, what I'm doing is right, or what what I think is right, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I'm not about that at all, I love, personally, one of the best things to do for me, one of the things I enjoy the most is exploring opinions that are different than mine and trying to really understand where they're coming from. Most of the time, I don't change my mind, but I always feel better, engaging in a just normal dialogue with people. So anyway, here we go, guys, into the match. And really not much is happening here. He naked fireballs me. That's cool. Man, I really wish I had an E-Giant ready. He's probably going to Mega Knight that. I did that to kind of bait out the Mega Knight, but it looks like it's actually not going to come here. So we're going to go ahead and just set up with a Tesla, unfortunately. Or it is going to come, but it's not going to come the way that we wanted it to, is it, guys? So Valkyrie goes down. I'm going to have to use the E-Giant here. No! I got to give him the tower, obviously. Okay. We will help the E-Giant out a little bit with that log, but it's not going to be enough, man. There's still a lot of time left here, though. Man, I can't believe I didn't pull that E Giant. I mean, that Mega Knight. Hey, look at that. The card's so broken, we still took it down to 266 HP. I'm gonna go with the Tesla just the way the Angel did. And we're gonna do this just the way that he did too, right? So he goes with the Mega Knight here. We're gonna NATO everything kind of up and try to pull these dudes over a little bit, right? Hi Tesla. How you doing? My name's Ash. Dad jokes. I got dad jokes. Okay, I was too busy being proud of my dad joke that I missed the entire fight. All right, let's rocket this down and hope for the best. I could have defended there, but of course, too busy making dad jokes, right? 2, 1. Okay, that was ugly. Ugly, but it's a perfect way to end the video, guys. I appreciate you. Much love to my guest today. Check out his player stats and profile links, statsroyale.com. Big shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. And of course, you can check out all those donation links in the description below. Guys, I love you guys. Sending positive vibes your way, no matter where you are. If you need it, here I am sending you my love. Have a good one. And as always, take care, guys.